All right, everybody, we have back end bicep day today. I have not posted a back end bicep. I think I did a full upper body workout, but this is a strict back and bicep workout, mainly back. So starting off with assisted pull-ups. I'm not getting as many reps as I want to doing body weight. So when I start my back workouts, I love starting with pull-ups. They are going to be your number one exercise for strength, for back development, in my opinion. If somebody can do a bunch of pull-ups in a row, a big set, at least 12 to 20, then you are going to have a very strong and well-developed back doing that. So I already went through my warm-up and everything, just like I showed on my previous videos. Also, today is about getting stronger at your weak points. You go wide on these, that will help work on that outer lat, your wings, and create a cobra back. You can, most of the time, you are stronger in reverse grip or chin up where your palms are facing you, or a hammer grip, so kind of neutral. In my rep schemes on pull-ups, I like to start out with a higher rep range and move in a reverse pyramid scheme. So I'll go 20 or 30 reps and work down. So I'll go like 30, 15, 12, 12, 10, 8, something like that. Or I'll go 20, 12, 12, 10, 10, whatever. My main goal is to be anywhere from like 8 to 15 on reps, really close to that failure point on the last 3 reps. And one major tip that I have to tell you about doing back exercises is have pistols in your hands, pistol grip. So when you are pulling, you want to have outer intention. So if I'm holding a bar here, I want to imagine pulling that bar apart, back down and apart as I'm pulling up. That's with a row, that's with anything. That's going to help engage your lats and your back muscles rather than, because if you're going to grab the bar and push in, what activates first when you push in? Chest, biceps, forearms, inner part of your hands. You don't want that on back day, obviously. So pistol grips. Now, folks, we move into one of my favorite exercises, seated dumbbell curls. You want to accentuate your not your traps, technically your traps, your rear delts, all back behind you, and all keeping your elbows still. You're curling up, coming up and squeezing that bicep. Be like CT Fletcher and say grow. You want to squeeze that bicep. Boom, explode. Slow, 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 slow. Boom. Boom. Nipples are showing. Boom. Normally, I just do a rotation curl, so I'll come down to hammer at the bottom and rotate up. When I do curls, there's a couple different ways that I play with these. Sometimes I will go and wrap around with my thumb, but I'll rotate outward. When you contract, fully contract, and make your bicep the smallest muscle body that it can be, you're rotating outward. You can do that without weight. If you just stand here and put your arm out and rotate your pinky outward, you'll feel and see your bicep moving and making it shorter. So when you're flat here, it's not fully shortened. Hammer is definitely not shortened. Here's it elongated. So when you're here, rotate as much as possible and squeeze that bicep at the top. It'll help with that peak, especially the peak of your bicep on this exercise. Get another warm-up set. Oh yeah, that feels good. Love this lighting up here. Shoulders look insane. It's crazy what good lighting and a camera will do for you. So the reason why I'm doing bicep before, in between my next row movement, is because by the time I get done with my next row movement, my biceps are going to be so taxed to where I'm probably not going to be able to feel this movement at all. So I do pull-ups, some sort of row, whether it be one arm row or reverse grip rows on a barbell or a Smith machine, or a seated row machine, or one arm cable machine, some sort of row, and then I'll move into a bicep, and then I'll go back into a back exercise, whether that be another row, which is a horizontal pulling motion, or a vertical pull, as in a lat pull down, so close grip or wide grip, hammer grip, whatever. So we have now moved into our last exercise for today for back and biceps. This seated row machine, I actually fell in love with the plate loaded one at my former gym, Carbon Fitness. And this one isn't too hateful. The movement pattern isn't hateful at all. You can adjust the bottom seat for your height, and you can adjust this seat to bring you back farther so you can get a deeper stretch as you're rolling forward, which is really good because you want to stretch your lat and keep tension on your lat through the entire movement. And then this is more of a reverse grip for me. I use the bottom handle, the one that I just showed you, rather than the hammer. You can pull back that way, which isn't horrible, but I prefer this for the reverse grip, pulling elbow down and narrow as close to your side as possible. That way you hit that lower lat and your lat in general. And that is a wrap for today. We finished back and biceps. I didn't go any more than what I needed to stimulate my muscle today. We haven't had a rest day all week, so it's time for one. So I reduced volume today and focused on intensity for 2 major sets basically. I had my warm-ups and then 2 difficult sets, 2 top sets, if you will. And now we will have legs tomorrow, but today's back and bicep was phenomenal. The incline curls are probably my favorite. If I were to choose one bicep exercise, it would probably be incline curls, because you can alter your elbow placement for when you are doing or wanting to hit a different portion of your bicep. You can also go hammer, or you can go reverse on those, but it's just a deep stretch on those that just hit right on the bicep and forearms for that matter. And then I had 2 row movements, the vertical pull movement, did pull-ups first. Obviously those are crucial for back development and strength. So pull-ups are a must if you are looking to get any sort of type of upper body strength. Pull-ups are major key. You can't do pull-ups, get some resistance bands and try them. If you don't have access to bands, go ahead and use a kitchen table chair that you sit at a dining room table. Put your foot on it. Use as much pressure and push and momentum off of your foot on that chair in order to allow yourself to get fully up above that bar on your pull-up bar, or whatever you have to do pull-ups on. And then as they get easier, week after week, you can take less tension or more tension off your foot, off of that chair as you're doing pull-ups, so you can get stronger at them. If I were to pick 2 movements for back, it'd definitely be pull-ups and some sort of row, bodyweight row, an inverted row. If you can do those on some sort of table, make sure you're stable and the table is stable though before you do so, because I've seen so many fail videos doing inverted rows, whether that be here at the gym or at home on a table, a dining room table, or 2 chairs or anything like that. So many people fall doing so. So I'm gonna go ahead and stretch out and head out for the day, but this workout was phenomenal. Definitely give it a try if you're looking to grow your back. Remember, intensity over junk volume. If you can hit really intense sets and hit your lats and your back and be fully stimulated in terms of muscle, and you only have to do 4 major sets or 5 or 6, then you will be in and out of the gym before you know it, and you'll make progress faster that way instead of doing a bunch of volume. Everybody have a good evening. I will catch y'all soon.